Hi all, this is your girl Natasha, and my tea kettle brew is over once again. Well, while I was trying to get my back and legs together, I remember there was a beef with TSSC, and I remember it was a big mess, and I watched, and you know, I was in pain and stuff, and going to back therapy, so I really didn't have time to comment about TSSC. And well, I know they call her Susie. It was a lot said. Now let me add my 2 cents. When I bumped into, I'm going to give you a backstory. When I bumped into YouTubers, I had never known there was a YouTube channel where people vlogged and had shows. I always listened to music on YouTube for years, never knowing that there was a YouTube channel and platforms and vlogging and all that, till one day I hit something and I saw this and I watched it. Now I'm going to tell you the very first 4 people that I bumped into and that I watched, because I knew nothing about all these now other new YouTubers. The first person that I had bumped into was, let me see who that person was. It was Susie, TSSC. Then I remember bumping into Jay Wilson, and then it was S. Hutchinson and Rob. Those were the people that I bumped into, because it tells you recommend. And being that I was new and never saw this, those are the couple that bumped into. So I would watch. I just watched. I still didn't know anything about this YouTube blogging. And then I remember Michelle Alien popped up. And so I would watch these people. And, okay, TSS, I'll call her Susie. She caught my attention because I like to laugh and stuff. So on her show, they roast and all of that. And I remember laughing and being on chat and on her show. And I enjoyed it. I laughed and everything. Then I get to T.S. Hutchinson, my girl. And I'm not just blowing smoke, people. I watch S. Hutchinson. And I liked her videos because she tells it like it is. And I'm a tell it like it is person, whether you like it or not. And I used to laugh because I'm Capricorn and we love to laugh. So I used to laugh at S. Hutchinson's reading. And I used to say, oh, she's shady. I live for her. So I would watch her, not knowing about the subscribing and all of that, okay? It was like a good 3 or 4 months before I realized you could subscribe. I didn't know how to do it and all of that nonsense. So I would just watch. Then I bumped into Jay Wilson. And I watched Jay Wilson for a while. Like I said, I'm not going to lie, Jay Wilson caught my attention. You know, he was saying things and stuff, content that I liked. So then I bumped into Rob. And Rob was just as shady. She could be shady. And I said, all right, girl. And I started watching Rob. Still not knowing about subscribing and all that stuff. Just watching. And then I realized you could comment. And I commented and all of that. So I'm saying this to say, when I saw all that mess, I didn't know it was TSSC was Susie or Conscious TV, which I used to watch. It had suddenly disappeared after a while. So, what I want to say is, after I, realized and caught up how the YouTube thing worked, then I started subscribing and watching, and then I saw more and more people after you get into it. So, what I want to say about TSSC and the things that were said to her and even the other person, after I understood, oh, excuse me, y'all, I'm drinking water, I choke. So what happened was, when I realized who the beef was, it was Susie, Conscious TV. And I can't think, what's that other person's name, new YouTuber? Right now, it leaves my name, it leaves my mind. But anyway, the beef that she was in, I realized who it was that Fry Babe was talking about. Yeah, Fry Babe. Now, I realized who the beef was with. Now, my opinion is, and I'm not bashing anybody, I'm just giving my opinion. I've known I'm going to say Susie, but y'all know I'm talking about TSSC. I watched her for a while. And when I first started YouTube, and I used to love the way the chat room roasted everybody, and then after a few weeks, I got into roasting. But that show used to have me rolling. I was burnt over. And I even used to come for Susie in a playful way. And when I heard allegations thrown about children, when I realized two of the parties were involved and throwing shade about kids, and that goes for everybody, those two parties involved, I didn't find it funny about children. Okay? I think that both parties should have left children out. I really do. Whoever started it, I don't know. Whoever sung the first shade about a kid, I don't know. But I know that children should be excluded. And I heard the comments about, I've heard what each party have said about children. And no. I don't go for that. That's where my humor, I'm lost. You have lost me. And this goes for both. Children should be excluded. Children are innocent, and they shouldn't be dragged with adults. Even somebody's adult child. And especially if they have mental illness, or are mentally challenged, or they have they're diagnosed with a mental disability. Not any time should they be dragged, because they can't help it. And whether they have a disability or not, it's just not cute. I don't find it cute at all. People talking about each other's children It's not cute. You can read the person. Let them have it. Okay? Because I love a good shade. A good read. But when it comes to a read toward children, you have lost me. Come on, people. We have to do better. Bringing children into a dog fight or a catty fight, when it involves women, I call it a cat fight. Scatty catty. Children should be left out of it. It's ridiculous. It's sad. Because adults, women can read without bringing in children. Okay? And when people like to be vicious, like I just recently saw a video, I'm not going to mention names, but I recently saw a video, and this person, she's being vicious. Now, this person I know of. I'm not surprised that she's in a cat fight or she's all over the place throwing shade. We once had reads. We once had a beef, and it was squashed on Jay's show. So I'm not going to go any further reading or bashing. But I think when people purposely like to start trouble for clicks and baits, or they're very opinionated, or you don't know the whole facts, you should not do that. Keep your mouth shut. Okay? I just don't think it's cute. Like I said, I'm not bashing whether you caught who I'm talking about or not. I'm sticking to my word. But however, I follow someone who I know is not shady like that. And when she's attacked, and I know of the person who she was attacked by, of course I'm going to throw my 2 cents in. No, I don't think that's cute. You're going too far. You're doing too much. Okay? And I've seen horrible comments about you, and I never said a word about it. But I'm just saying, people, y'all need to stop it. The troublemakers need to stop it. If you're doing it for clickbait, it's going to only last for so long, because after all of it's over, then you get tired. And then what content do you have? Okay? That's what I'm saying. And like I said, back to Susie and the person she was arguing with, and they were going at it, scatty catty. I don't think children should be involved. That is a big no-no. And that's where you lose me. Because no, children should stay out of it. And that goes for both parties that I'm saying. I just don't like it. That's not I don't find that humor. I find that vicious, and I wish people would stop it. And so that's what I'm saying. That's how I discovered YouTube. And then I saw how over the months, years, it became vicious. And I decided to start my platform after being under Jay Wilson. And there were things that I wanted to say about the transgender community and being transgender. And so that's why I started my platform. But yes, I can be messy too. Be scatty, catty, nosy, and dip into other stuff. Of course, we all do. We all love gossip and messiness. But the bottom line is, and my point being, is that I don't like children being dragged. Adult children, young children. You can have a good read without bringing in people's children. The adults, I say, fight on, read on. Everybody loves a good read and messiness. But when it comes to children, no. No matter what age, it's somebody's child, and I can't get with that. Now, when the other person is being shady and starting trouble, be nice. Girlfriend, you know I know you. I said, stick to my word. I won't mention names. We buried the hatchet. So I'm not going to drag her. But girlfriend, I know who Lady Boss was talking about. I know her very well. Of her. Be nice, girlfriend. You're very scatty-catty. You know that. You read, girl. You try to cowardly, girl. You're very shady. You know who you are, girl. I'm not going to mention names, but stop it. Be sweet. Lady Boss is sweet. I like her little commentaries. I follow her too. Be nice. Okay? I'm going to keep my word. I'm not going to read. I'm not going to drag you because I've seen and heard plenty of comments. And I know you well. And I'm not going to drag you. But I'm going to say, stop it, girl. Be nice. Because once you start dragging people, when there's nothing else to drag, what's going to happen? What if you've got on YouTube to drag people, drag on grown people? I can't tell what to do. But I just had to say that about Susie. Otherwise, now that I know she has a channel, she moved about, I'll go over and watch Susie sometime because I started. She was one of the first bloggers that I had bumped into when I bumped into YouTube. I've been watching YouTube now about a year. So, she, Jay Wilson, S. Hutchinson, Nay Robb, and then I bumped into Sean Bradley, but Sean was kind of loud, so I didn't follow him too much. I'm not being shady. I'm just saying my very first YouTubers that I bumped into. And I would follow those people. Then when I learned about, you can subscribe and get notification over time, I found out how to do it, and I followed and I subscribed. And then I had been following those people, and then it grew, and now it's a few others that I'll pop into and watch. But when I saw Lady Boss and who she was talking about, I knew right away. And I wasn't surprised, girl. You know that. We buried the hatchet. We both watched Jay Wilson, and we buried the hatchet. Girl, don't be shady. Be nice. Don't be scatty-catty. But that's what I wanted to say because I was out of the loop for a little while with my back and my legs, and I did a little therapy again. So I'm back on track. They're just saying try to stay out of heels as much as possible, but that's never going to happen until I just can't take it anymore. I love my heels. Don't judge. Anyway, like I said, that girl, I don't know what to say. Stop being scatty-catty. young miss, you know who I'm talking about. Stop being shady. Don't do it. It's not cute, attacking people. And I know you will attack. Like a pit bull. But that's my catch-up. And that's what I wanted to say about my YouTube experience and how I bumped into YouTube and all of this good stuff. Oh, and of course I bumped into Michelle Aitley, and when I watched her, she was very boring. I tried to get myself to like her, but I just couldn't. And then Josh, her friend, popped up, and that's what spiced it up, and all that other drama after that I don't even have to go through. So those are the very first YouTubers that I bumped into. And needless to say, except Aitlyn, besides Aitlyn, I still to this day follow the very first people that I bumped into. I still enjoy their show. I'm still for them. But when I heard Lady Boss talking about a particular person, I just had to say something. Stop being scatty catty. You know who I'm talking about. The person coming for Lady Boss Lady, or Lady Boss. Stop coming for her. Be nice, girlfriend. But anyway, until my tea kettle brews over again, I will be back with more tea. You guys take care. Oh, and if you like, subscribe, share, press the little notification button, subscribe.